Do you know why Tiger Woods' leg injury was kept hidden until now? The greatest golfer of our generation, Tiger Woods, standing on the 18th green at Augusta National. It's 2019, and against all odds, he's just won his 5th Masters. The crowd erupts, chanting his name. Tiger's back, baby. But then, just 2 years later, everything changes. February 2021, a mangled SUV on the side of a California road. Sirens blaring. The world holds its breath. Will Tiger Woods ever walk again? Could this be the tragic end of his golfing career? Since then, our champion is really struggling to make cuts. We all wondered, what's really going on with Tiger's leg? And then, just when we thought we'd seen it all, a single photo shocks the world. Tiger in shorts. His right leg exposed for the first time since the crash. The truth is out, and it's more surprising than anything we could have imagined. But why didn't want Tiger Woods you to know about his leg injury? What was he hiding all the time? Well, let's check the facts. Tiger Woods is the guy who's been dominating golf courses for decades, the legend we all thought was invincible. It's no wonder why he wanted to keep this injury private. But, before we get to that, let's go back to the past. Because to truly understand the magnitude of what Tiger's been dealing with, we need to look at where he was before that fateful day in February 2021. Back in 2019, Tiger Woods was on top of the world at Augusta National. The crowd's going wild, and Tiger flashing that $1 million smile we all know and love. This wasn't just any win. This was Tiger's comeback story, the one we'd all been waiting for. After years of battling injuries, personal struggles, you name it, everyone thought he was done. Washed up. Finished. But he proved them wrong. He climbed that mountain again, just like he said he would. That 2019 Masters win wasn't just another green jacket for him. It was a middle finger to all the doubters. Tiger was back, baby. He was competing at the highest level, showing flashes of the dominance that made him a household name. He won the Zozo Championship later that year, tying Sam Snead's record for PGA Tour wins, 82 victories. Let that sink in for a second. The guy was 43 years old and still dominating. Could Tiger actually break Jack Nicklaus's record of 18 major championships? So there we were, heading into 2020, thinking that he actually got a few more majors left in him. But then COVID hits. The world stops. Golf stops. Everything's on pause. Fast forward to February 2021. Tiger is the host of the prestigious Genesis Invitational at Riviera. But hold on, he's not competing. Instead, he's on the sidelines, his legendary swing sidelined by what he casually describes as a stiff back. No big deal, right? Just a little tightness. Surely nothing to worry about. Or is it? And then, boom, February 23rd, 2021. The day everything changed. Tiger's driving down Hawthorne Avenue in Los Angeles. It's early morning, the road's pretty empty. Suddenly, his SUV veers across the median, crosses 2 lanes, hits a curb, a tree, and rolls over. When rescuers get to the scene, they find Tiger unconscious, trapped in the vehicle. They had to use an axe to get him out. Now, we all heard the news reports. Tiger Woods involved in serious car accident. Woods suffers leg injuries. But those headlines didn't even scratch the surface of what was really going on. Tiger was rushed to Harbor UCLA Medical Center. The injuries, comminuted open fractures to both his tibia and fibula in his right leg. In plain English, the bones in his lower leg were shattered, broken into more than 2 pieces, and had punctured through his skin. This wasn't just a broken leg. This was the kind of injury that ends careers. The kind that makes you wonder if someone will ever walk normally again, let alone play professional golf. The doctors worked their magic, inserting a rod into his tibia, using screws and pins to stabilize his foot and ankle. It was a mess, but even after the surgery, the road ahead looked long and painful. Tiger was facing a recovery that would test every ounce of his legendary mental toughness. As the weeks turned into months, we all waited for updates. Would Tiger play again? Could he play again? The golf world held its collective breath. Tournaments came and went, and Tiger was nowhere to be seen. Just silence. Then, in November 2021, Tiger posts a video of himself hitting balls on the range. The caption is, "Making progress." But guys, progress is a relative term. Because what we didn't know then, what we couldn't see, was the true extent of what Tiger was dealing with. In an interview with Golf Digest, he said that even if he returned to golf, his days of being the beast he was are over. "I don't have to compete and play against the best players in the world to have a great life," he said. Wait, what? Tiger Woods, the ultimate competitor, the guy who lives to win, saying he doesn't need to compete. It was a shock to the system. But in reality, Tiger wasn't done. Fast forward to December 2021. Tiger plays in the PNC Championship with his son Charlie. They finish second. Tiger's riding in a cart, but he's playing. It's something, right? But here's where things get interesting. Despite the positive vibes from the PNC Championship, Tiger's appearances on the golf course in 2022 and 2023 were, well, let's just say they were rough. He made the cut at the 2022 Masters, which was miraculous in itself, but he was clearly struggling. Tiger's walking with a noticeable limp. He's grimacing after shots. The old Tiger magic is there in flashes, but it's clear he's battling something fierce. In the 2022 PGA Championship, he withdrew after the third round. Then came the Open Championship at St. Andrews, where he didn't even make the cut. In 2023, the story doesn't get much brighter. He made the cut at the Masters, but before the final round could even begin, he withdrew again. As for the 2023 Open Championship, another missed cut. Every time we saw Tiger, he looked like he was in agony. The walk was labored. The swing wasn't the same. We all wondered, what's really going on with Tiger's leg? He's always in long pants, always seeming to guard that right leg. The questions start swirling. Is he holding back? Is it worse than we thought? And then, in July 2024, we got our answer. And holy smokes, was it a shocker. Tiger's at a junior golf tournament, watching his son Charlie play. It's hot. Tiger's wearing shorts, and there it is, for all the world to see. His right leg, exposed, uncovered, for the first time since the accident. The scars are massive and painful to watch. Suddenly, everything made sense. The limping, the struggles, the inconsistent play, it all makes sense. We'd all wondered why Tiger was having such a hard time coming back. Now we knew. The injury was far, far worse than any of us had imagined. What we're seeing isn't just a leg that was injured. What we're seeing is a leg that was nearly lost. Think about that for a second. Tiger Woods, the guy who revolutionized golf, the athlete who pushed the boundaries of what we thought was possible on a golf course, nearly lost his leg. And he's been out there, grinding, fighting, trying to compete at the highest level, all while dealing with an injury that would have most of us struggling to walk to the mailbox. But why did Tiger keep this hidden for so long? Why the secrecy? Why the long pants, even in sweltering heat? Well, we've got a theory. See, Tiger's always been a fierce competitor, the ultimate alpha, the guy who stares down opponents and makes them wilt under pressure. His whole career, he's had this aura of invincibility. Remember the Tiger Slam? The chip-in at the 16th at Augusta? The putt at Torrey Pines on a broken leg? That's the Tiger we know. But this was different. This wasn't just a bad back or a bum knee. This was career-threatening. And Tiger knew it. By keeping the true extent of the injury hidden, Tiger was protecting that aura. He was giving himself a chance to come back on his own terms, to be Tiger Woods, not a diminished version of himself. But now that we've seen it, now that we know the truth, it makes what Tiger's done even more impressive. Making the cut at the Masters with that leg, and not just at any tournament, but at Augusta National, one of the most physically demanding courses in golf. Where does Tiger go from here? Will he ever dominate like he did in his prime? Probably not, but it is true that Tiger's already the greatest golfer of his generation. He's tied for the most PGA Tour wins ever. He's got 15 majors and his legacy is secure. Sure, one more major would be the ultimate cherry on top, and with that leg, it would be the greatest comeback in sports history. Now, is it likely? Maybe not. But is it possible? With Tiger, anything's possible. So far this year, Woods has played only 5 times. He finished 60th in the Masters, missed the cut in the other 3 majors, and was forced to withdraw from the Genesis Invitational. At the British Open, Woods closed with scores of 79 and 77 in the first 2 rounds. He hasn't said yet if he'll have an even lighter schedule in 2025, but it will surely be a great year for him. So, what's next for Tiger Woods? Well, he's made it clear he's not done yet. He's targeting the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas, a tournament he hosts in his Albany resort. And you can bet he'll be teeing it up with Charlie at the PNC Championship again. Additionally, the PGA Tour Board has decided to grant a lifetime exemption to the 48-year-old player, acknowledging his influence and accomplishments over the last 3 decades. Woods will be eligible to compete in all signature events next year, honoring his legacy in the world of golf. But beyond that, it's anyone's guess. Tiger's playing career might be winding down, but his impact on golf is far from over. He's designing courses, mentoring young players, and still moving the needle like no one else in the sport. Tiger Woods' leg injury might be more devastating than we ever imagined, but Tiger Woods the man, he's more impressive than we ever knew.